Today, I'm going to be shooting all these different guns I got here on the farm. As you can see, it's a lot. These are not all the guns that have ever been on the farm, but these are all the ones I got today. Figured while I'm here on vacation, it's always good to get outside, shoot the old steel, and remember the old times. Starting with, the first gun I want to start out with is this Glenfield Model 10 22 caliber bolt action single shot rifle. This is one of the oldest guns I remember having. This is the gun I trained to shoot on. I'm sure my dad bought this or was given this many years ago, probably in the late 80s. But I think this gun was probably made in the 60s or the 50s. So this gun is very old. Great quality. I remember shooting this gun at 7, 8 years old, and then eventually once I got till about 9 or 10, I would take this gun by myself and I would go into all these woods and I would shoot for hours on end. I would shoot whole boxes, 500 rounds in a single day. Quite a few times the neighbors would call the police and complain, but this is county land that you see, and in the county you can shoot as much as you want. Fun rifle to shoot, fun rifle to practice on. I would buy another rifle like this, except I would have a magazine, I would have a Picatinny rail on top, I would put a suppressor on the end, or have threading to mount a suppressor. 22s are great multi-purpose guns in my opinion, not only for pest control but for having fun. Be far off one more shot, and then switch over to the next 22 on this list, which is an M&P 1522. I got this for Christmas one year. Originally, this is a Gen 1. Originally, this was all black. It didn't come with a muzzle device, so I added on the muzzle device so I could add on suppressors, and then I painted it green because I live in a green place. Great gun. I carry this in the truck all the time. I often went on patrols with it, and I often lost my magazines, hence why the magazines are orange. They only hold 25 rounds, but plenty enough for anything around here. I shot this gun so much that the barrel wore out, so I'm not even gonna attempt to aim. I'm gonna fire from the hip. But also this lucid, the battery's dead, so I can't use it as well. So this is me guesstimating. Safety off. Didn't cycle. Oh my God. These rounds are super old. Normally the gun doesn't perform that bad, especially if you run higher power or better quality 22 ammo. I was shooting it all day earlier and it was running fine, but I had to grab a whole new box of ammo, and that box is at least 20 years old. Moving on really quickly, jumping over the pistols for a second to this gun. This is a Savage 410 break barrel shotgun. This shotgun is my dad's favorite. This is what he uses primarily and has used for as long as I can remember. I never really shoot it because I got a bunch of other guns to shoot, but this gun is pretty fun to shoot. Not in the best condition, to be honest. Very rusty. It's missing the hand guard. The ejector is gone, hence why you see me using a knife. But great gun, definitely has done a lot of work on the farm. He has had this gun for as long as I can remember, probably since the 80s. So let me transition over to this gun. This is a USB 45 compact with a Tyrant. This gun I carried a lot around the farm. Normally I wouldn't carry it with the suppressor, but today, since it's been a long time since I've shot it, I got the suppressor on. I would often slap this suppressor on the rifle. I would keep it on there because I thought it was cool and it was super quiet. And normally when you're running higher power rounds out of that 1522, it'll cycle just fine. But let me go ahead and get some shots on target. This gun, it's in one of my older videos, Rat King, where I ended up shooting a groundhog that was making its nest by one of the power poles for the chicken house. This is the gun I used. This is a fun gun to shoot. Not the first 45. Not the first 45 I ever shot, but probably in the top 5. Highly recommend USBs. They're big. They shoot 45. They're easy to shoot. Great workhorse guns in my opinion. Moving to these old puppies. I got 2 of them. I'll start out with the 7.5 inch. I think this is 7.5. This is a Uberti 1872 open top revolver. Obviously this is not an original, this is a replica. This gun, I got this gun after leaving in 2020, so I never carried this gun while working on the farm. But I've always wanted these open top revolvers. I think they're cool, they're elegant. Definitely way more challenging to shoot, and God knows how much I love a challenge. Let me see if I can get this onto target. Should be no more. Yep. No, I mean these aren't really, I wouldn't really call these farm guns. This is not really a farm gun. I mean, I would have used it on the farm, but at the time I had the H&Ks. I had a 1911s. Definitely more functional. But I got this gun after moving away because I wanted to compete. Well, it's been a dream of mine to compete for single action shooting. So I got 2 of them because I know you need 2, but I didn't get the same size. I got this one, a 4 3/4 inch version of the same gun, 1872 open top Uberti. This gun is smaller, compact, maybe slightly more challenging to shoot. Oh my gosh. Just wanted to show them off. Eventually I will get a 45 caliber, 45 Colt long lever action, and I'll definitely get an open top. Speaking of shotguns. But moving on to, in my opinion, the crown jewel of the farm, the main workhorse, the shotgun that has definitely been here the longest and definitely did the most work, a Remington 870 chambered in 12 gauge. This thing has done it all. This gun I kept in the truck at all times, went everywhere with it, shot just about everything. Normally I kept, you know, dove loads, but we also carried buck in here, turkey. Whew. Great multi-purpose weapon. You can do everything with this, shoot just about everything, and I did, and my father did. My father actually carried this gun. I remember as a kid, my father would shoot at deer, probably with double-aught buck or slugs. This is not the original barrel. This is an aftermarket barrel we bought. The original barrel is probably, I think, like 2 inches longer, 3 inches longer. I couldn't find it for this video, but it's hiding in the basement somewhere. Long, elegant shotgun. I used it a lot, especially to kill the wild birds that would make nests on the chicken house, such as starlings. Let me shoot some. Let me go ahead and shoot some clay. We'll see if I'm good enough. Safety off. This shotgun, I pulled this shotgun out for one video many years ago where I talked about the history of GabbyLyfe's farm, where I shot a can of Lyfe. That sucked. All right, let me try not to miss this one. See, I gotta wait because I don't want to shoot into Kyle's place, so I gotta wait until I'm pointing at the hill. Great shotgun, great multi-purpose shotgun. I can't say that enough. I might say it one more time, to be honest. Okay. What was that? Oh, that's why. One more. That was too low. I was too low on that one. Anyways, ooh, I got one more round. Let me throw one more disc. Again, too low. Don't shoot enough, but that's all right. Having fun. Moving on to the last shotgun and last gun of this video. This is a 12 gauge RS-12. Looks like another gun that you know of. Sega Sega 12. I'm gonna run the, I think this is a 5-round mag through it first. This gun is completely brand new. My brother bought it less than a year ago. I'm gonna shoot the pigeons with this thing. Whew. I never carried this, so this gun never, anyways, this gun never worked on the farm. I never carried it in the truck or anything. So far it's pretty all right. I'm used to AKs. At one point we did have a AK on the farm, an AK-74. I absolutely love that gun. I carried the AK-74 everywhere. I wish I had any, I don't think I have any videos of it, but I use that gun a lot. Definitely used it for farm work. It was a pretty effective weapon in my opinion. Here's the big, I don't know how many rounds this is. I am not familiar with this weapon system at all. I just know it's easier to load the mags when you hold the bolt back and rock it in. Let me go ahead and shoot some pigeons. Let me throw up 2. Well, I missed them both. Let me try again. Eventually you get good. Let me do 2 more. Woo-wee. Let me do 2 more. That sucked. All right, last 2. Whew, okay, if you made it this far in the video, thank you. Definitely an old GabbyLyfe fan. And you're wondering, oh my gosh, it's been 5 years since he made a video. Are we getting more GabbyLyfe videos? The short answer is yes. I'm making content again, trying to. It's gonna be not necessarily chicken farm related. I might do some old remakes, but the new content is going to be more focused on cars. I've grown into a home mechanic of sorts. And you can see this 3-inch lift kit on the Honda. I just put this lift kit on. Honda CR-V looks so much better in my opinion. But yeah, my new GabbyLyfe content is going to be primarily cars for now. I'll make other videos as well. GabbyLyfe was always about making videos on the shit that I like to do, and I like to do all sorts of different things. So expect 2026 to have some GabbyLyfe content. But anyways, thanks for watching.